Welcome back, this is Goku Sun DBZ, and welcome back for a new Best to Worst list, a very special one. This is ranking, at least from my personal opinion, I bothered to go through and pretty much watch the majority of some of the seasons, didn't see complete, but I tried to get overall well-rounded opinions on every season. This is best to worst, at least in my opinion, the best to worst or weakest to strongest seasons of Power Rangers for the entire series. This is every series. But with that said, I'm not going to have super versions as their own separate. I'm going to include them in with the base normal and then give overall rank to that with both of those combined. So with that said, and in the background, if I get some third-party matches, that's fine. I don't care. I'm not gonna. I know I won't get enough probably views on this to make any money anyways. And besides, I never try. This is. I just enjoy doing these types of lists. So with that said, this is best to worst the different seasons of Power Rangers. In total, combining that makes 20 things to rank. So with that said, enjoy the music. And screw you, Saban, if you try anything. Coming in at number 20. These seasons were released in 2013 and 2014. Coming in at number 20 is Power Rangers Megaforce slash Super Megaforce. In my opinion, it is by far the weakest season, bar none, but keep in mind that is just my own personal opinion of the Neo Saban era. I think it's the worst season by far. Though there's another series that's just barely above it from the Neo Saban era. But with that said, yeah, coming in 20 is Megaforce slash Super Megaforce. Coming in at number 19, released 2019. And it's supposed to go until 2021, but for now it's on hiatus. But with that said, it comes in at number 19. Sorry. Coming in at number 19 is Power Rangers Beast Morphers. But that's just my opinion, keep in mind. Coming in at number 18 is by far the weakest series, bar none, of the Disney era, before Neo Saban took back over. And that is a series, once upon a time, I thought was by far the worst series. Though since Neo Saban proved me wrong with two series, I think it ended up just a little bit worse. Coming in 18th place is the one with the two brother villains, or as I like to call them, the Heat Miser and Snow Miser of Power Rangers. Coming in 18 is Power Rangers Operation Overdrive, which in my opinion is by far the worst theme of any series. Coming in at number 17, released in 2017 and 2018 from Neo Saban, of course. At number 17 is Power Rangers Ninja Steel and Super Ninja Steel. I do think definitely there was at least a few episodes here and there that definitely stood out more, and one or two, at least of the characters, I feel were more likable. But still, overall, I think pacing and just some of the music choices and other elements combined together, and it just still doesn't make it any higher. Coming in at number 16 was the first of the Neo Saban era. Coming in 16th place, released in 2011 and 2012. Of course, would be the first of a couple series to recycle My Morphin Power Ranger music and remix it. And yeah, this is Alien Rangers mix in the background from My Morphin. season 3.5, if you will. Coming in at 16 is Power Rangers Samurai / Super Samurai, which would also see, of course, the return of Bulkmeyer. But no Skolovich, but that would be instead a new younger pupil of Bulkmeyer, and that would be Skull's, well, son, which we would learn at the end of the series. But I felt that Samurai felt too much just trying way too much to recycle. And here we go, my personal all-time favorite theme of the franchise. Coming in at number 15 is, in my opinion, probably the best series from the Neo Saban era. Coming in at number 15, released in 2015 and 2016. Power Rangers Dino Charge and Dino Supercharge instead of Super Dino Charge, whatever. Next, coming in at number 14 is by far, in my opinion, of the Zordon era, of the classic era, Power Rangers is by far, in my opinion, the weakest series because of the villain. Divatox was by far the weakest villain of that era of Power Rangers, even though I still have guilty pleasures in that series. Coming at 14 is the one playing right now. Power Rangers Turbo comes in 14th place. Next, coming in at number 13, is a series once upon a time was actually ranked my least favorite series, but as time has progressed, the show is slowly now more towards the middle of the shows for me. What was the thing that really did it for me and made me start appreciating this series more? Released in 2008, part of the Disney era. And if I remember correctly, was the last of the Disney era. But released in 2008 was, in my opinion, a now somewhat underrated series. Coming at number 13 is Power Rangers Jungle Fury. I'll admit, it has more to do with the character of Daichi, is the main reason why the show has gone up some over time for me personally. It's one of the only like 3 shows that over time has actually gone up in rank for me. Coming in at number 12, from the original Saban era, released in 2000, the first of the new millennia, and would introduce a character I feel sadly is underrated. A great demon and great character. But that is at number 12, Power Rangers Lightspeed Rescue. Comes in 12th. Coming in at number 11, which is one of the final shows of the original run by Saban. In fact, I believe this was the last series by Ranger Saban at that time, before Disney. Coming at number 11, released in 2002, Power Rangers Wild Force. Now we enter the top 10. Welcome to, in my opinion, the 10 strongest seasons or series of Power Rangers. Coming in at, released in 2009, this is one of the other 2 series that has gradually over time gone up to now be my 10th favorite series. I think I like it because of the more mature, more darker tone it went with this series, being a post-apocalyptic world type show, which I found unique and different for Power Rangers. It was actually a really good science fiction story. Coming in at number 10 is Power Rangers RPM. Next, coming in at number 9, in my opinion, one of the last for a while halfway decent series, a series that has stayed gradually around the same range. Even I'm not the biggest fan of the theme song. Coming at number 9 is Power Rangers Mystic Force. Next, coming in at number 8, the other of the series that has gradually gone up over time to now my 8th favorite series of all time, and it has a lot to do with one specific character, and that being Doggy, or rather Anubis Doggy Kruger, which in my opinion is one of the coolest Power Rangers of all time. He is the Virgil of Power Rangers, in my opinion. Coming in at number 8 is Power Rangers SPD. Next, coming in at number 7, easily one of my favorite shows of the Disney era, and easily one of my all-time favorite theme songs. Coming in at number 7, with one of my guilty pleasure, one of my personal favorite villains of all time. Even if he wasn't truly an overall great villain, I loved him for his comedy. Coming at number 7 is Power Rangers Ninja Storm, and I love Lothor. And also, the Green Samurai Ranger is easily one of the best designed costumes of all time in the series. Coming in at number 6. This series is so high, partially based bias because I love Jason David Frank as Tommy Oliver. I love getting to see him return as a professor and mentor figure. I thought it was very suitable. Coming at number 6, released in 2004, is Power Rangers Dino Thunder. Coming in at number 5, a series with one of actually two of the best villains of all time in the franchise, in my opinion, with Ecliptor and, of course, Astronema. Coming in at number 5, released in 1998, Power Rangers in Space. Next, coming in at number 4, is a series that has always remained in my hierarchy of favorite series because of the solid writing. That is the strength of this specific series, released in 2001, with a great villain. In fact, two great villains that you could somewhat sympathize with. Coming in at number 4, one of the best well-written series of all time, easily, in Squirtbrine. Coming at number 4 is Time Force. It is just a great show all around. The pacing, everything is superb. It has, in my opinion, one of maybe the best female ranger of all time, in my opinion, with Jin. But that's my opinion. Coming at number 3 is the first ever sequel series. Coming at number 3, released in 1996, Power Rangers Zeo. Coming in at number 2 is a series to this day I love to death, and it is in a very close second place, right behind first. Coming in number 2 is easily one of the greatest themes of all time, great writing. I love the fact that even used costumes from Starship Troopers. You got to go to other planets. You also had maybe my favorite female villain of all time in the series, with, of course, that being none other than Trakina. Number 2 favorite Power Ranger show of all time, Lost Galaxy. Coming in at number 1 from 1993 and 1996, shouldn't be a surprise. Mighty Morphin Power Rangers comes in at number 1. And there shouldn't have even been a thought. But with that said, I'll see you all next time. And I'll close with a little bit of the SPD theme, which had one of the most interesting concepts, and as I said, Anubis Doggy Kruger is awesome. Easily the best, sixth ranger of a team of all time. His costume, his design, the backstory, and the comic books help add even more so to Doggy Kruger. And by the way, he's one of them, probably my top 5 easily favorite characters in Battle for the Grid fighting game. Which, stay tuned in the near future for a top 10 list. Battle for the Grid, top 10 favorite characters from Battle for the Grid. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this special Best to Worst List Power Rangers edition. And I have some more Power Ranger themed videos coming in the future. Stay tuned for that, and I'll see you next time. Same YouTube time, same YouTube channel. Stay safe out there, everyone.